Hello everyone, welcome to the Nephrology series of lectures on Ranjit Anesthesia Academy RAA online. So, we will have series of lectures on renal physiology. The first of the series will be on glomerular filtration. So, the objectives of today's talk will be, I will be introducing the basics of the kidneys, mechanisms of glomerular filtration rate, factors governing the GFR, the glomerular filtration rate, measurement and estimation of GFR, clinical aspects of GFR. Before we go to the GFR, we will talk about the basic structure of the kidney. So, this is the cut section of the kidney. So, you all know that we have two kidneys on either side of the vertebral column in the posterior aspect of the abdomen. So, you can see it here. So, you have you can see this, there are two kidneys lying in the posterior aspect of the abdomen, and this is a cut section of the kidney. So, this is the aorta, this is the inferior vena cava, and the aorta supplies the blood supply to both the kidneys through the renal arteries. So, you have renal arteries, one renal artery to the right kidney and one renal artery to the left kidney, and this renal artery carries all the toxic substances which is going to go through the kidney to have the purification mechanism. So, this is a cut section of the kidney. So, this part is called as a cortex, and this the outer part is the cortex and the inner part is the medulla, and this is the hilum of the kidney. The hilum of the kidney contains the renal pelvis. So, the final urine after completing the process of glomerular filtration and the tubular reabsorption and tubular secretion, the final urine collects in the renal pelvis, drained through the major and the minor calyces, and from the pelvis it drains down the ureters into the bladder. So, this part is called as the renal hilum. So, the renal artery, as you can see here, it branches further as it enters the kidney, interlobar artery, arcuate artery, interlobular artery, and the final part, the interlobular artery, gives rise to what is called as the afferent arteriole. So, the kidneys are composed of what is called as nephron. Nephron is the functional unit of the kidney. So, the main function of the kidney is performed by what is called as a nephron. So, roughly there are 1 to 2 million nephrons in the kidneys, and each nephron is made up of a glomerular tuft, a Bowman's capsule, and the tubules. The glomerular tuft is a tuft of capillaries which is being fed from the afferent arteriole, and the filtration, the glomerular filtration takes place here, and after the filtration process is over, the blood is drained out through what is called as the efferent arteriole, and this efferent arteriole continues further as the peritubular capillary network which surrounds the tubules. They have different functions which we will be talking in the next series of lecture on the tubular function. So, today's talk will be only on the glomerulus, and this part is called as a Bowman's capsule. The Bowman's capsule has what is called as a Bowman's space. So, whatever is being filtered from the glomerulus, the filtrate gets collected here and gets drained through the tubules. The tubules are divided into various segments. So, the initial part of the tubule is called as a proximal convoluted tubule, and further as it drains down, this is called as a loop of Henle. This is a descending loop of Henle. This is the ascending loop of Henle, the thin ascending loop and the thick ascending loop of Henle, and this is the distal convoluted tubule, the collecting tubule and the collecting duct, and the final urine drains into the pelvis and further down into the ureter, down into the bladder and in the urethra. So, these nephrons form the basic unit of the kidneys.